Hi everyone, Cassie is here, and today I'm going to go over how to get a bit of a head start in the leveling department for Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which will be particularly useful on the unfair difficulty if you wanted to make the beginning game a little bit easier for yourself. The short answer is you go into difficulty, and where it says only active companions receive experience, you turn this to on. Because how this works is everything that you do in the game gives you a set amount of experience. Whether you kill an enemy, a dialogue, you finish a quest, whatever it is, you get experience for it. So here, 750 experience right there, flat. If I had the other option chosen, or rather if I turned it off, then what this would do is this would give me 750 experience divided by 6. Essentially, if you turn that feature, load that up again real quick, to off or on, we're doing it now. Now, this is what it would be if I turn it off. This is how much experience I'll get in this time. 125 experience. So essentially, if you have this feature set to off, then it doesn't matter if you have a full party or not. You will always be getting the minimum amount of experience that you can get for every single interaction you have. The issue is if you have it set to on, then when you get a full party or more than a full party, anyone who isn't in your party will not be gaining experience for all the actions that you take, which is a bit of a problem, but we can work around that for the beginning of the game to maximize your experience gain. So for example, we go here, do this, we talk to her, we get 750 experience. We do an athletics check. We pass it, we hit continue, okay. Get the dialogue. And then you get to this part where it says end dialogue. Normally, let's just go ahead and click OK, end dialogue here. You come in, look at that. You got 1,000 experience already. That's so much experience right at the beginning of the game. But she's at 0. And that's not good. You don't want her to be at 0. Let's redo it. Okay. Now over here. Do this again. Athletics check. Got the experience. You go through. Go to the end of the dialogue where it says end dialogue. Now you go into the menu. You switch over difficulty. Turn that to off. Hit apply. Save. And now hit end dialogue. You get 1,000 experience still, and she starts with the same amount of experience that you have. And so now you go back and you turn that back on, so you still get to maximize your experience. It is a little bit abuse of the mechanic, but at the same time, I don't really feel it's that big of an abuse of the mechanic. But it is a little bit, yes. You just continue through, you do the same thing up here when you get to Camellia. Normally, what happens is you don't get level 2 until you get to the mongrels, the mongrel encampment, and you don't get level 3 until you get to the tavern, I believe. And using this method, you can get to level 2 by the time you, when you first meet Wenduog and Lan. In fact, I'll show you here in just a minute. And you can get to level 3 just a little bit into the shield maze. And you can get to level 4 just a little bit after you get to the tavern. So you can level up much faster and make the beginning of the game quite a bit easier for yourself if you're going to be playing on unfair. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you, just to prove to you that you can get to level 2 very fast. So, as you can see, we are now at Lan and Wenduog, going through the dialogue options here real quick. Not necessary, but we are not going to be picking them up as part of the party, so we do not need to do the trick of see end dialogue here. We don't need to do the pause, go back, and turn it on and off. So we end dialogue there. And look at that. Level 2. All the entire party. So I can do the level ups real quick. We'll just 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Go with two-handed, go with cleave. Doesn't really matter for her, but whatever. Go ahead and put lower religion. See if I can get this past this check here. Okay. Now we're going to do this. Hey, we got it. All right. I always got to do this for some reason. Just what I do. We aren't even out of the tutorial area of the game yet. Not even the first dungeon, but the tutorial area. And we are already level 2. And then we do this thing right here. Okay, skip that. Heal the wounded girl. Let's see which one's better for me. Knowledge Arcana. Ah, I failed. How disappointing. Punish evildoers and traitors. Skip. Hello. Traitors, the dying girl. Okay, so we get to the end of this dialogue now. Now we skip end dialogue. So you go back to menu, options, difficulty. Only active companions get experience. Hit OK. End dialogue. Skip the scene. And Lan and Wenduog join the party with the same amount of experience as you have. You go back in. Difficulty. Only active back on. And you see everyone has 2,500 experience. And you basically do this until you get to, your 6th party member, which would usually be Ember. So that's really how you do the beginning of the game. And you can even stretch it out a little bit and get Ember a little bit later. So you do some of the quests in that area. If you do all this, you can get to level 6 before you go to the keep for sure. And you might even be able to get to level 6 before you do the Tavern Siege, although I don't expect it. But you can certainly get to level 6 before you fight the Nabasu after the Tavern Siege is done, if you really want to do that. So this is a great way to get a little extra experience at the start of the game. If that's something that you want to do, you want to try and make the harder difficulties a little easier for yourself, then I hope you find this useful. So that'll about do it for me for today. I hope you found all of this helpful. And if you have any comments, questions, please go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And until I see you again, have a good one, y'all. Later.